Hey everybody, it's Bruno. Week 3 going into 4. Got the commish. Commish, how you doing?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Bruno. I'm fired up. It's going to be an exciting day, exciting show. Let's go.
Yeah, Goats Only show on the High Rolling Sports and Entertainment Network. Commish, great week ahead. We had a great week, week 3. What we're going to do is, we're going to talk about your picks, reviews on the fantasy, keep everybody involved. We're going to have the GOAT of the week, GOAT Zone. We're going to have Alex Rollinsson. We were going to have Matt Kluche, but I guess the harvest is good for the maple syrup. So he's going to do next week or 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, they're plugging trees, they're draining, they're cooking up the sap. So, we got to leave them alone because without maple syrup, my pancakes taste like shit.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We have our a very special guest, Miranda Salis, executive in sports, if the baby's sleeping, and ready to go with that. Of course, you want to stay up for the rest of the show because we have Sports Card Corner, got some really good ones there. High rolling and low rolling of the week. I think you're going to be surprised. And beefs and griefs, just to let you know, the whole Tim Hortons thing, they shut down the street over here. I don't want to be responsible. They shut down the street. I don't know how much coffee there, but we got to lower the price. McDonald's, we talked about last week. We're going to be doing some other stuff. And of course, we are going to disclose the commish's location. So, man, this is great. Commish, why don't we start with week 3 review? And let's go. Let's do this.
Well, Bruno, obviously week 3 was an interesting week in football. I was scared J-Rock and the Rock Pile was going to take me down, but Detroit pulled it together in the second half. So bringing the heat, took down J-Rock. Blair's Beastie Boys lost again to Hawk Tua. First down syndrome gets on the board against Stroud and Proud. Brendan's Downs dismantled Bruno's brilliant team. And Maple Syrup Matt Kluche shares the top spot after taking out the Saskatoon Assassin, who remains in last place right beside her husband, Blair, and the Beastly Boys.
Exciting week. Exciting week. What did you like about the week?
There were some very interesting games. Things didn't go the way I anticipated. I thought there was going to be some different results with a couple games, but it is what it is.
It sure is. So, Kamish, the week ahead, we're going to be talking about that in a little while, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to get to the player breakout stats, the top 3 of the positions, just letting everybody know in fantasy football out there, who they should pick up, who they should drop, just giving them a little golden egg of knowledge. That's what we do here. We're always sharing. We're never hoarding the information to ourselves. So I'll get right into it. In the QB spot, we have Josh Allen, Caleb Williams, and Daniel Jones sharing the top 3 for quarterbacks. The receiver spot, we have Puka Nacua, Rome Odunze, Trey Tucker. In the running back spot, we have Jonathan Taylor, Christian McCaffrey, and James Cook. And in the tight end spot, we have Jake Ferguson, Juan Johnson, and Hunter Henry.
That's great.
Okay. Interesting enough, Bruno, we got some breakout teams in the NFL right now I'd like to share with you. In the AFC spot, the Bills, Chargers, the Colts can't lose, but the Titans, Texans, Dolphins, Jets can't win. In the NFC spot, we have the Eagles, the 49ers, go Mac Jones, and the Bucks can't lose, but the Saints and the Giants can't win.
You know what? Somewhat of a sleeper team in the popularity race are going to be the Buccaneers. Great quarterback, steady Eddie, great defense.
Yeah.
But no, that's a great rundown, Kamish. All right, Kamish, week ahead. Let's go. Week 4, what do we got?
Well, we have some exciting games coming up, Bruno. We got the Steelers taking on the Vikings. We have the Tampa Bay Bucks going after the Eagles. The Detroit Lions testing that Cleveland defense, and the Rams taking on the Colts. Plus, we have the Ravens going against the Chiefs, and it was nice to see the Chiefs pick up a win last weekend.
Great stuff. Going to be an interesting week, as per
Yeah.
usual.
And because Roller Sports Network and the Goats Only League, Fantasy League, is starting to evolve, we're coming up to the perfect storm in sports where we have baseball going into playoffs. We got some exciting games happening. I think this weekend, September 30th, the playoffs start in baseball. I'm fired up to watch a few games. We also have hockey on the horizon with basketball warming up. So we're entering the perfect storm of sports. I'm excited. I heard you're excited. I mean, let's get excited.
It's exciting. The greatest team of all time. Maybe
Yes,
I think they're going to be into the wild card spot. We're going to see what happens with their pitching. Blue Jays, I know they made a big thing about, they clinched the playoff spot or something. They clinched it in June, but that's okay. It makes good media. They're a great team, great pitching. I still think, unfortunately, I'm going to make a bold prediction. Those LA Dodgers are looking great. Milwaukee, unbelievable. But we're going to catch up on all that stuff moving forward. College football, Ohio State. Not sure if they can be beat this year. We had Shrekos Zakovic last week, our resident Buckeye specialist. So we might have him back on for a brief stint to talk about it later on in the season. But yeah, everything's starting up. Hockey, baseball's in the stretch. So it's going to be interesting couple of weeks here, couple of months. We're going to have a lot of fun. Hey, brings us to the GOAT Zone. Goats only, invitation only. We got the great one, Alex Rollinsson. Thanks for getting up early. You got the Tabor hat on. You got the mustache on. Witness protection. It's all good.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me, boys.
this wouldn't be a full send podcast without Alex on there. Definitely the champion of fantasy football last year, the best number one winner. I'm coming for you this year, but welcome to the show, Alex. We're fired up to have you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you for having me out there. It's the goats only. I love it. Love to see what we got here. It's gonna be a good season.
Awesome. Well, listen, Alex, I want to get right into it. First, thank you for continuously sponsoring our show. We are grateful. Rowler Athletics, we've been pumping you. We believe in it. We love it. We got the merch. We're fired up. So please tell us a little bit about how you started Rowler Athletics and what you're doing to help kids, not only push for one more rep, but also get noticed.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed actually in Canada specifically, we're big on like academics and smarts, but our potential in the athletics world is so huge, and the ability for our athletes growing up to beyond their potential is definitely out there, but we're just not taught it like that. So when I was younger, I was fortunate enough to go to those CFA camps by Bruno, and those camps helped me get exposure to, colleges and universities and get exposure to like just that next level. But I just was always curious about the American game because everyone talks about, money in the CFL versus NFL. Everyone's talking about, you're going big or you're not, or the CFL is the not so big league. And then everyone loves money and everyone wants to talk about money at those levels too. But what I've learned, because I'm in Hillsborough, Kansas, playing at NAI University, and just playing at this level, I've experienced so much love for sports that I've never experienced in Canada. And I want kids that are loving sports growing up in Canada to get that same exposure, that just feel like, people love them as an athlete and love them as a person, and they want them to succeed to their best potential. So like here, like we had in fall camp, we had 14 or 15-hour days of straight football, lifting, meetings, everything nonstop. But it's just like you're living the game. It's like basically it's just like you're living the game. That's the best way to put it. So I'm trying to get kids in Canada to get some American exposure, to be able to allow themselves to go beyond their expectational limits and be able to, experience the game in different aspects of the world and get that exposure. And that's what I came up with that idea when I was playing junior football out in BC and Kamloops there for the Kamloops Broncos, that I want to teach kids how to get that exposure to the States kids, because it's not as hard as they think it is. It's not impossible. They don't hate Canadians down here, but we are underlooked a little bit. So it would be nice to bring some more Canadian talent down south. And I know someone else in this Goats League, or there's two of them, Mateo and Dominic Lindia. They're both down here. They're showing themselves off at university and college level sports. They're repping the leaf down below. That's what we like to call it. But yeah, so I just want to teach kids how to get that exposure to the States and how to, just take their game to that next level and go to a spot that really cares about the sporting world. And that's truly what I believe down here. And yeah, so what Raw and athletics is, we're a bit of a mix. So it started off with like the whole like understanding, we're thinking about doing like a recruitment aspect, but then we kind of fell in love to the world of lifting weights, being fit, being big, being strong. And me and my partner Ethan Skinner, we've both experienced highs and lows in all aspects, whether that's weight, whether that's athletics, whether that's speed, whether that's injuries, everything. And we just want to use our experience to help others. I've worked as a personal trainer at a yacht club in Sweden, helping people by the ages of 50 to 70 gain weight, lose weight, get more fit to play with their grandkids. And it was just such a sick experience. So I just want to use like that. I just want to use that experience to.
So Alex, it wasn't that long ago you mentioned the CFA. Thanks for that little plug when you used to come over as a kid. And I want to share a story because it really has been an evolution. You're my favorite, but at the end of the day, not everybody was really, really rooting for you and some other kids too. And our guest today, I don't know if you know this, is Miranda, and she used to run the camp with Bo Levi Mitchell. I'm going to share a picture.
Oh yeah.
Right there.
There it is.
Right.
The two beauties.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I remember that camp when you were playing offensive line in high school, and maybe your confidence wasn't at the highest. And I said, Alex, just go catch some balls, run some routes. And I don't know, a lot of people get in your head, don't they? Saying, well, no, you're not good enough, this, that, and the other thing. And I remember that camp as if it was yesterday, because you went down there together, and Bo did a great job. His people did a good job. CFA did a good job. And now you got confidence, tight end. I mean, who's to tell you can't do stuff, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. It is good to play with those guys, and they're super helpful, and what they do in those camps is truly special. So no, I definitely respect Bo for that. And and he's just an honest guy too. He'll tell you what to do, how to get there. And that's basically what I want to do to the younger generation, that they don't really have that, like you said, confidence that they're going to make it. So I definitely believe passing that down.
Chris,
Alex,
you got anything?
Without talking too much about your 1-2 record in our fantasy football league after getting the dub last year, I would just like to see, we can't give everything away for free. At the Goats Only Roland Sports Network, we love to give it away, but we can't give it all away. But please, give us one piece of advice you'd give to young football players in Canada that are trying to find a way in on the American college university roster. Give us one piece that these kids can take home, and that will help them get noticed.
Yeah, absolutely. Number one, get out there. That's my number one tip, is no matter what anybody says, get yourself out there. You will get exposure, whether that's from playing good or playing bad. You're going to get yourself out there, and that's number one. And then my second tip would be, try to get yourself in any sort of weight room experience. You need to get your muscle up. That was my biggest advantage, especially in high school, was that I fell in love as soon as I stepped in that weight room, when I noticed that I can improve my body in all aspects, that I need to be here every day. And that put me a lot further than those at my level. And my third step would definitely is to track your progress. Just like when I tell those that are working out, track your progress to gain motivation, gain confidence. I want kids to track their progress, because I want to see how they understand how far they come. The more they train their craft, the more they perfect their crafts. And
is there a social media avenue that you use also, Alex, to get coaches' attention? I mean, we'll give them a little sneak peek. I mean, they can use Rowlandson Athletics and pay the fee and get the true advice. But give them one little social media piece that you've used in your history so far to get noticed in the States.
Yeah, for sure. I've tried it all, but the most success by far is Twitter. Um, like I said, I like just getting yourself out there on Twitter, posting your workouts, posting yourself on the field, posting yourself like doing everything. Coaches want to see they want to see you on their feed. That's the more you post, the more they'll see you. And follow everyone, text, recruit, like follow recruitment pages, reach out, DM them. It doesn't matter if they don't respond, you will hear back from some. I can count at least like I don't know if you guys heard about Josh Allen. He would reach out to hundreds of schools and heard back to not even a handful. So it's just getting yourself out there. That's the big thing. Keep reaching out, keep annoying these coaches because they're gonna look at you and then you'll get your chance.
Perfect.
Alex,
That's a beauty.
Alex, I got to tell you, our segment's almost over. You got to get to school. You got some stuff doing, but I remember I'm going to share something on how much your confidence has grown from, hey, I don't know if you can do this, and I don't know if you're good enough to do that. And, you know, we all experience that, but now you're trying things because, I mean, you've always been in great shape, but now you're in better shape. And I just want to share something that all your weightlifting has allowed you to do. And it's exciting. Tell us about your dancing experience, and we're not going to ask who the girl is, but I'm sure she's just a fellow dancer. But
oh, they just call me Al the Boogie Master. You know, I can boogie it down on the dance floor any day of the week. That's all I gotta say about that on that aspect.
you're looking great. You're looking great.
Well,
And,
Alex,
and the only thing I'm going to say about that is it's great that you're dancing. It's great that you're meeting all these nice women, and you're a professional dancer now and a football player. But you got to get that suit back to your dad.
Oh yeah, I will.
Yeah.
And
All
Alex,
right.
beauty
Great.
moves on the dance floor, beauty mustache, ready for Movember. Let's
Hey, I
go.
need you guys to talk to your connections at Tim Hortons. Can you bring Tim Hortons to Kansas, please? I missed that place.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
boycotting Tim
we
Hortons
just
right now.
boycotted it. We just
Yeah, we're
boycotted
done.
it. So we'll
We're
see.
done.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm sticking to this American brand. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all for having me on.
We love you. Take care. Good
Appreciate
luck on the field. Good luck in the schoolroom. Take care,
Appreciate
son. Have a good one.
Sure. Sounds good.
Bye,
Y'all
Allie.
take care. Thanks for having
Full
me.
send. Let's go, baby.
See ya.
Everybody, put your hands together. We got the great Miranda Salis as our guest of the week. Let's get going. How you doing, Miranda?
Good. I got coffee. We're all set.
Okay,
Hello,
we're not
Miranda.
boycotting Tim Hortons, but we did burn down the house last week. They shut down the street down the street. We're not responsible for that. You can't get into Tim Hortons
You
right
did?
now.
What are you
Yeah,
gonna do for
I'm
cash?
sure it's just, you know what? I'm sure it's just the construction. I take no responsibility, but as soon as we start boycotting everything, there's a picture of Miranda right there.
Oh,
And
that over my
and
face right now. That's perfect.
anyways, I think you got a Starbucks. We're okay. Commish, let's get the show on the road.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for muddling that up, Bruno. Miranda, we appreciate you. This is a full send podcast, and we're grateful to have you. It would not be Goats Only without you on the show. We're fired up, so thank you so much for cutting a bit of time out of your busy schedule to be with us right here on the Roland
pleasure
Sports
is
Network.
all mine, gentlemen.
Yes. Well,
So what do
listen,
you got?
I'm going to break right into it, Miranda. I mean, we got Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology from U of A. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We've got studying at the University of Otago. We've got completing your Master's of Business from the University of Southern Queensland to now Director of Global Partnerships with the CFL. 2 beautiful daughters, brand new son. How do you manage it all? Kind of setting the bar a little high.
Man, somebody did their research. Holy
Serious. You rattled that off. I sound like an adult. Who is that?
We're bringing it. I mean, what's that? You do mediocre or you bring it? That's what we do. We bring it.
Bringing it full send. I'm not sure. You rattle that off, and I'm like, who has time for that? But
You do.
somehow we're managing. But I'm taking some well-deserved time off from my gig with the CFL and hanging out with my baby. So
That's
can't
awesome.
complain too much, and I'm out of the drama. I don't know if I'm allowed to get your guys' opinion, but did you see the rule changes yesterday? I'm flipping the script. Who's interviewing who over here?
Yeah,
The
well,
script has been flipped. That's for sure.
Benny, did you see the rule changes in the CFL as of yesterday?
You know, because we talk about NFL here, we're leaking a little bit of the CFL because they're beauties too. We had Shreko on last week, Calgary Stampeder, Hall of Famer. But no, I did not hear about the rule changes. Miranda, why don't you break that down for us?
No, listen, you know what? Give it a couple weeks. Watch the Google, watch the comment section, and we'll talk about it for sure.
Okay, not giving an inch. I love it. That's why Miranda's on this show, everybody.
Hey, listen, I can contribute on this. Normally I wouldn't be able to, but yesterday was a kind of a fun evening because rarely do I ever go out, period. But yesterday, speaking about Shreko, we all got together. It was Shreko, Coach Fasano, and Randy Chevrier. Who better to ask this? And it came up. Obviously, Shreko was talking about it, and Randy was talking about Randy Chevrier, the great CFLer of all, a long snapper extraordinaire. And it was funny because they brought up a couple of these new rule changes. Number one, 100 yards, but the field is just as wide. So they kind of, I don't know, right? The goalposts going to the end. I don't know. Like they were just saying, we're not sure, like what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
Still 3 downs, a couple of kick things. So we'll see what happens, I guess, right?
We're in the business of entertainment, and those changes are being looked at holistically to try and increase the excitement around the game, and time will tell.
Well, speaking about the game, Miranda, like you're a pro in this whole thing, and I want to share something here. You've been to a lot of events, right? There you are, right? We were really fortunate to go to the Super Bowl. We went together, and Joe came down, and I mean, you've been to CFL events. There we are, right there. See that? I love that picture. What a great picture that was, right?
But you love it because I'm wearing a Yankees hat.
That's right. That's right. But you've been to so many events. You've been to the Olympics, the ones that I know of. You went to the Olympics. You went to Paris, right? The Olympics?
No, I was just
in Paris. You went to Brazil, I think, Japan.
Yeah, I was in Rio, was Pyeongchang, Vancouver back in the day.
You went to, listen to this. I didn't have to do research. You just tell me these things, but Grey Cups, all these games, hockey. Also went to a Taylor Swift concert in a box seat. What did you learn about going to the Super Bowl, and where does it rank with all the events that at least you've gone to?
Oh man, great question, Bruno. I'm not sure you can rank it, if I'm being honest. I mean, from an international festival engagement kind of theme, I think like you can't beat the Olympics. Like there's just something about the patriotism and the enthusiasm that comes with all countries coming together and repping the red and white or whatever country you're coming from, and cheering for the most obscure sports that you don't follow on a regular basis, but the one thing that connects you is the flag and that feeling that you get when you sing the national anthem when somebody wins a medal. So I think that's always going to be special for me. When it comes to professional sport, the Super Bowl outdoes themselves when it comes to fan engagement. Like that was my biggest takeaway, is their ability to engage with the fans, make them feel at home, give them opportunity to get excited and hyped around the game without ever actually having to step foot in the stadium. Because we've talked about this, like who can afford to go to a lot of these professional games anymore, right? It's very who's who. And so the ability to like bring the community together in a way that makes you feel like you're part of things without actually going into the stadium and watching the game and spending thousands of dollars on a ticket, I think is pretty special. And it's just something that's that everybody, I mean, sport has the ability to transcend all issues, right? I just feel like anytime you bring people together, it's such a special moment and it's so fun. So the Super Bowl, is always going to be this pinnacle, insane spectacle on TV, but to be there and to see the heart of it and see the like enthusiasm and the tourism that it brings and the excitement for a city to host it, I think is very kind of similar to an Olympics to some extent. Just happens to work around one game rather than a full 2 weeks or 3 weeks of activities. And then the CFL is always going to be near and dear to my heart because I work for the league and I love what it represents. And the Grey Cup brings out fans like no other. Like, you know, NFL might think they have a fan base, but the CFL, like the Rider Nation showing up, no matter if there's any Saskatchewan green on the field or not, is just like, it's unrivaled and it's so special that, you know, I don't think I could put like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rankings. I will say, hot take, I enjoyed Post Malone more than I enjoyed Taylor Swift. So I'll just
Wow.
there.
Yeah, Bruno, you can go listen to Taylor Swift all you want, brother, but you know, we're not going to hold that against you on this show.
Yeah. As far as live concerts go, in the last 12 months that I've been, the last couple I've been to, I don't think I would rank Taylor number 1 in my heart.
No.
Good for you, Miranda. Good for you.
Kamish, what do you got?
Listen, with big words being used on this Goats Only show, like engagement and unrivaled, I'm dumbing it down a little bit because why? That's what I do. I don't give a shit for big words. I like to dumb it down. Now, with Halloween on the horizon,
Yes.
Miranda, you know, what costumes are you going after for the kids and your husband this year? And do you stay home and hand out the treats, or do you go out and hit the neighborhood?
Ooh, I am a terrible Halloween advocate. It's never been my jam. I would avoid it if I could, but the kids are old enough to know what's going on. So we do not have costumes picked because every time we talk about it, it's a different flavor of the week. So it's going to be whatever the couple days before brings. And I generally stay home and Joe takes the kids. He loves it and he loves to get out and about and piles everybody in the wagon and away they go into the neighborhood. And they're happy if they get 2 treats. So they're just like blown away that people would just give them candy.
I'm like you. I shut the lights off. I go upstairs, get a game of Xbox on, you know, and that's how I play Halloween. I'm with you, but I hope the family has a great little adventure this year.
Yeah, they'll love it. I mean, you gotta, anytime there's kid activities, it puts a different spin on what you already love or hate, right? Like Halloween or Christmas or whatever holiday it is. When you see it through your kids' eyes, it's just a different story. So,
Amen.
awesome.
Well, you know, the High Rollin Sports and Entertainment Network will make sure your kids have ample Timbits for. Oh no, we can't do Timbits now, Coach.
Can't do Timbits anymore.
No,
Darn.
we're doing jerseys. We're doing jerseys, Bruno. We got lots of jerseys. We got the Florida stuff, bazooka gum. We got lots of things for the kids.
That's it. Hey, Miranda, I got a quick question for you. I know a lot of people, like, they know of you and they talk about, hey, you know, how's Miranda and all that. What's your feeling about how sports has evolved with the sports betting? We're just going to take a different spin on this. Real serious, because I have people that ask me this all the time.
Yeah.
And but I'm not really your opinion, but how has it changed sport?
Oh God.
Because at the Super, let me preface that because
we could talk about this forever.
yeah, no, but just the thing is, the Super Bowl and Media Row, it's really transformed from previous years where you have the big sports networks, ESPN, et cetera, to now it's like, and I think it's like 70% sports betting, huge booths are sponsoring it. And how do you see that change, like from beer commercials to now sports betting?
Well, I mean, I think that that has evolved quickly as it's become commercialized and more of like a common thing, but they're also producing that content, right? Like when we were at Radio Row, it wasn't just FanDuel and handing out stuff. It was Gronk on a podcast. It was this guy. It was that guy. Like there was so many things happening that they're becoming part of sport culture and the fringe of what's happening within the sport world. No different than, like you said, you know, a beer sponsor or a tobacco sponsor back in the day. Like you have this example, anytime there's sport and a fan base, that affinity is so deep that you want that brand association, right? Like if I'm a Yankees diehard, when the Yankees tell me that this is the thing to do, I'm gonna do it. That's
Right.
the power of sport at its core. And sport betting has just taken that to the next level because you've almost created an environment where there's fans where there wasn't before, because they're betting on it, because they're able to kind of connect with the game. They're becoming more engaged with it, right? Like maybe I'm not the hugest Super Bowl fan and I'm going to watch the halftime show, but maybe now I'm going to prop bet and have some fun with it with my friends, with whatever. Like, I mean, gambling at its core has been around a long time, right? Like, oh, I bet you $1 this is going to happen or that's going to happen. Like they've just created an environment where it can be this boisterous, like insane thing, but it can also just be a common thing that brings people together. So I think it's quite polarizing for most people when done at extremes. But now you see like celebrities talking about like these crazy parlays that they're doing and influencers, and it really changes the game because now we've had to react from like a policy standpoint, right? You can't have players betting on the outcome of games that have anything to do, you know, where there's influence. And so it's brought up a lot of good and a lot of bad, I think, in the world, depending on how you want to look at it.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, speaking about betting, the commish has a question, but right behind him, the greatest bet concealer, Otani, allegedly, is right behind him, right? He's got the jersey.
Yeah, I mean, Shohei had an out because he threw his little interpreter under the bus. For me, I've kind of found that the betting on the sports it ruins the game for me. Now, I feel out of love for every team. I don't love teams anymore. I love great players. I love performers. This is how I get through sports now, because when I loved the Edmonton Oilers as a kid and they lost in the Stanley Cup playoffs, I was crying. Well, how much fun is that? When I'm an old man and I'm laying bets all over the league in baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and it's not going my way, I'm puckered up on that couch. Like I can't even breathe. And so to me, I enjoy the games more when I'm not betting on them than I do when I'm betting on them. You know, it is what it is for different people. Young generation, kids today, keep the dollar in your pocket. It's going to be better there than in the hands of Bet365. But, you know, that's my take on the whole thing.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's with anything where there's like an addiction factor and a youth of like, if you don't have the dollar to spend, don't spend it. It's very easy to like disassociate, right? Of like, well, it's on an app and it's like count. Like if you had to actually take out $20 and give it to somebody and not get it back, there's a different psychological. I'm sure there's studies out there on like the psychological impact of that like fake money kind of scenario.
And that's a tax $20. I mean, $20 Canadian's worth what, $3 US? But that's still a tax $20 bill, which costed us $27 to make that $20 bill. So I say keep the money in our pockets. Gentleman's bet, gentlewoman's bet. That's the way I go on the goats only. I'm full sending it. That's the way I play.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it's a bazillion-dollar business and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. But I think with anything, there's pendulum swings, right? Like it's not even as hardcore as it was 2-3 years ago because the market is saturated. And you'll see no different than like when cannabis was crazy and there was one on every store, a store on every corner, and now it's kind of like dwindled down to the few kind of bigger sustainable companies. It'll be the same with sports betting. Like you won't hear about these random little books in a couple years from now. It'll just be the big ones out of Vegas doing their thing. Like
Yeah, back to normal.
This too shall pass.
Yeah, Miranda, you get to ask the commission a question, but before we get to that, people are asking us, people that hear about you, you're around and you know what you do, but they say, like, what were you involved in, and how'd you get into sports? And we have a couple of pictures here about how you got, like, this is when you were playing for the Arizona Cardinals, right? And that was a great experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. What were you like? Were you like an offensive guard? No, you're not. You're like more of a running back or something, right? So, um, and this is you having a little bit of fun skydiving, you and Joe right there, right? Big.
Not Joe in the back. Okay.
Yeah, that's Joe. He's screaming, he's crying, he's worried. You're leading the pack, and this is you being serious in some world meetings, right?
Oh.
So this is kind of what you're all about.
Very politically charged.
Yeah, you're right in the middle. Like, they're all getting crazy, and you're like, guys, chill, relax, we'll figure it out. But you get to ask the commission a question.
Oh,
What do you think that'll be?
I don't know. I mean, I was watching your last podcast, and I feel like
that's one viewer, Coach.
My question is, when are you going to try Zorbing?
My phone blew up. You asshole. Ron should stay with the girl. He loves her. He likes her. We can overlook Zorba, Zubing, all these sorts of things. And you know what? There's times when I'm right. There's times when I'm wrong. Let's just bring up the fact that I've been single for 35 years and there's a reason for it. So please, Bruno, no more dating questions for the commish, because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. And I can admit that. We look at Miranda. She's here. She's there. She's everywhere. We're talking about cannabis. We're talking about alcohol. We're talking about sports betting. This is the Go Tolby Show. Miranda Salis, so grateful you could join us. I love ya. Best of luck to you and the family. And please, we appreciate your time very much.
It was my pleasure, you guys. Thank you so much for having me. I feel honored.
Miranda.
Thank you.
We love you. Have a great week.
You too. Bye.
All right, we got the commission rundown, but really it's prediction for the next week, which is week 4. Boom. The commission's got his helmet on. Never know what's going to happen here. So let's go. Week 4.
I'm fired up. Week 4. Here we go. Couple games to look for. Some games are bullshit, but let's get it on. We got the Seahawks at the Cardinals. Go Seahawks. We got the Washington Commanders at the Falcons. Go Commanders. We got the Titans at the Texans. I think this is a good chance for the Texans to pick one up. And we've got the Panthers, who destroyed the Falcons, going up against the Patriots. I'm calling Patriots. We got the Browns at the Lions. I'm going Lions. We've got the Colts at the Rams. It's Rams all day, even though the Colts have been playing great football. We've got the Ravens at the Chiefs. Go Chiefs. We got the Jets at the Dolphins as a co-Monday nighter with the Bengals and the Broncos. Go Bengals. Go Dolphins. Get it done. We got the Vikings at the Pittsburgh. Go Vikings. We got Chargers at the Giants. Chargers are going to take this. It'd be nice to see Giants win one, but it's not going to happen on this game. We've got the Eagles and the Bucks. Go Eagles. We got the Saints and the Bills. Jags. Go Bills. We got the Jags, the 49ers. Go 49ers. Go Mac Jones. We got the Bears and the Raiders. Bears are going to take them down. Packers at Cowboys. Cowboys will get it done.
Benny, you said Rams over the Colts?
You know what? Colts are a Cinderella story this year, but the Rams are proven. So I feel Rams with home field advantage is going to get it done. I was 99% right on my last 2 weeks predictions. It's hard to stop the commish when the commish is on a roll. So you put your money down wherever you want. That's where I'm putting my money down. I'm fired up. You're fired up. We're fired up. Let's go. Week 4 predictions.
All right, let's go. All right. Great segment with Miranda Salis. Great job by Alex Rollinsson. Talk about sponsorship cards. Miranda's going to EFT the money. Right now we're up to $22.58 if you ask us to be a guest. We asked you is $34.59, going up. We're going to show in a couple of weeks why this is a great investment relative to the other investments you can make in the market. So, Coach, let's talk about our sponsors.
Yeah, advertising, and we try to show some love to the people that help us do what we do on a daily basis. Our first sponsor today, again, YYC Business, Calgary Shop Club, sending us the dollars, helping us grow. We're helping them grow. Bruno, give us a little rundown on the YYC Business.
Yeah, I mean, the shop club, buy local, save local, support local. It's really the most economical way to get your message across, get your deals out. That's basically what it is, support local. Now is the time.
Well, we love it. They're supporting us. We're supporting them. Let's hit the next one. We had the guest on. We had Alex on. We've got the Rowler Athletics. They got great offers. They can book group athletic training, one-on-one personal training sessions, and one-on-one athletic training in the gym, on the field. Thank you, Rowler Athletics, for supporting the show. We love you. And, and that's a wrap on sponsors for today.
So, Coach, brings us to actually one of my favorite segments. I like this. Brings me back to my youth, if I had money. Sports Card Corner. So I got the special cards that you trust me while you're away in the specific location. What do we got? What's that noise?
Yeah, Bruno, we got a couple. Hold on a second. Oh, it's the bat phone. Hello? Yeah, who is this? Elon. Hey, what's up, Elon? I'm busy. Please, bro. I'm not interested in buying Dogecoin. I mean, you're not on a winning streak lately. I love Tesla. You fucked up with Twitter, and your last rocket blew up during the launch. Yeah, sorry, brother. Have a nice day. Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Is that who I think
Bruno,
it is?
Elon brings up a good point. Never give up. And that's my message to all the people out there. Don't give up. You fail. Boom, rocket to the moon. So Elon's a perfect example of never give up. Keep trying. It'll come through one day for you. Let's get into Sports Card Corner.
But until then, get out of Doge. Okay, let's go. What's sports cards? Let's go. 2, 1. Here we go.
One of my favorite segments, Bruno, Sports Card Corner. Right here, we've got Sid the Kid, captain of Team Canada. We got Ovechkin, broke Gretzky's record last year. Two beauties side by side. I love it.
A couple of cups between them. Speaking about Sid the Kid, getting traded?
No.
How about Connor?
No, McDavid. I mean, Edmonton's renowned for trading the highest, best player on their team before. They did it to Wayne Gretzky. Will they do it to him? No, I think there's better pieces to move. Get rid of Draisaitl. You got other guys to push, but leave McDavid alone because I love him. He puts butts in the seats, and he's an exciting player to watch.
You know what? If he leaves, that new Rogers Center is going to become a Dollarama, because I don't know who's going to go to that game. Those games. But okay, who do we got here?
Fair enough. Okay, here we got a little baseball going into playoffs. We got a little Juan Soto for you. Rookie auto, numbered, beautiful piece.
Juan Soto left the Yankees. That's okay. People got all upset about him going to the Mets. But in the words of Kim Mitchell, may as well go for a Soto. Okay, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Because the Chiefs heated up this weekend, finally got their shit going, I figure because we pushed Mahomes, we might as well push Kelsey. That's a beautiful piece. Everybody likes that iconic piece. Let's go Chiefs.
Okay, that's a great sports card corner. If you guys have any questions about it or even want to buy some of these cards, just let the coach know. He'll hook you up, right, Coach?
Yeah, we ain't selling.
All right. It brings us to a really cool section, and it is the high and low Rollin' on the Rollin' Sports and Entertainment Network. Goats Only show. Coach, you want me to go first?
Oh, Bruno, I know you got a couple doozies for us. So hit it, brother.
Well, you know what? This is a real doozy for me. Back in the saddle, good old Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to tell you something, Coach. Is a few years ago when he was on Mad, remember we played that joke on you with his extra cannon arm and we were playing remote? I'm not saying I wasn't a big fan, but I was kind of getting tired of hearing he's the greatest quarterback of all time. I had the opportunity to briefly meet him Super Bowl 2 years ago, and then started really watching the Chiefs. And I was just about to call you. It's one of the games I watched this weekend. I think it was the night game and or afternoon game. And then I was going to call you right around noon, halftime, and say, Coach, maybe the Chiefs are just normal team now, right? When this kid turns it on, boy, he turns on. I know they didn't beat anybody great this weekend, but this kid still, he's got it. You can't write him off after, an 0-2 start with a couple of aging stars and stuff. So anyways, Patrick Mahomes, my high roller of the week.
And I got to say, Bruno, they're coming out on the hardest schedule I've ever seen them have to play. Right out of the gate, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're playing some of the biggest teams in the league. They're not playing lame-ass football. They're playing like it's time to play. So I'm really happy to see them finally get a W. And, let's go, Mahomes. You've got this.
Okay, so you're ready for yours, the first one?
Yeah, my low roller has to be poor Joe Burrow. Turf toe, team gets stomped on by the Vikings last weekend. His house gets robbed in December by Chilean nationals. No fashion shows to go to. We should just...
Speaking of professionalism, when is it professional to publicly bash someone who's going through a hard time? Leave Brittany alone!
So, Coach, I think we got the message. Leave Joe alone.
Yeah, Joe, we're going to leave Joe alone. Let him chill out for a little bit. We've been hard on him. So, we're going to leave Joe alone.
Okay.
And Brittany.
Leave Joe
we're
and Brittany alone. Yeah. Okay, so you want to, what's your second low roller?
QB Caleb Williams, 4 touchdowns in the game versus the Cowboys last weekend. Earns the Chicago fans free hot dogs. Hot dogs? Players go off, make millions and millions of dollars, and the fans get lips and assholes. I mean, I don't know, man. It's a low roller. I'd rather have a steak, a hamburger, soft drink, a beer. But you know what? Some people like hot dogs, so I'll let it go.
All right. Well, you know what? That's good insight on what's going on there in Chicago. Getting a little political, religious. Why not? So here's my low rolling. Switch to leagues a little bit. Miranda alluded to the CFL a little bit. The low roller is not Bo Levi Mitchell. It's the non-Bo Leavers, right? Man, this guy, he's written off 4 years ago. Had shoulder surgery, got traded. I wouldn't say run out of town, but hey, they were just like, hey, we got quarterbacks to do better than you. Unfortunately, they didn't work out. But I got to tell you, Bo is doing a great job. And it's 2 years in a row that he stepped up, taking somewhat of an okay team, made it great. They surrounded him. So anyways, my low rolling vote is for the non-Bo Leavers. That's it for high rolling, low rolling.
Bruno, I love Bo. He's great on the field, off the field. He helps kids. I mean, this guy's a goat, and I'm glad you brought him on the low rolling and the high rolling because he's a beauty.
One of our favorite segments. People are writing in all over the place. Where is my bag again? I think it's in studio 2. Put one out. One of our interns put it on. Coach, you ready, Commish?
Yeah, I took a lot of shit last week, Bruno, so lay it on me.
Okay, I don't know if this is any easier because I don't pick them, but let's see what they got. You are my last hope, Commish. I am still looking for a man, so obviously this is a woman, I guess. I met in Kelowna, BC. During a tour, I was volunteering with my church group, spreading the news of being a clean and honest person. We spent one night together. Okay. Excuse me. But it was the most wonderful night of my entire life. All I know is that he had the word herb tattooed on part of his body. There's spelling. Please help. It comes from Jennifer or Gina. Sorry. So, Coach, what do we do?
Yeah, listen, I mean, I'm glad you brought this to the commish because, obviously, I don't know shit about relationships as I found out last week in my helping Ron. But here's the thing. You're in Kelowna, you're doing God's work, volunteering with the church group. You met someone, you spent the night together. It was a great night. What's wrong with that? And then you had the word herb tattooed on part of his body. Well, at least he's not cheating on you. Number one. Number two, herb is sent down from somewhere else. I mean, we didn't engineer herb. It was growing on the earth. It's for us to share, enjoy. I love the herb. We love the herb. It's a full send podcast. We're talking about gambling. We're talking about drinks. We're talking about cannabis. And like I say, honey, be grateful you had a great night doing God's work. And, herb's not a bad thing. So, at least he didn't have Jane tattooed on part of his body.
Commish, maybe the guy's name is Herb and she's asking you if you know Herb.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. If he's tattooing his own name on his own body, you got to dump him. That's it. Cut him. That's it. Boom. Carolina Panthers, you're cut.
Move on. Anybody puts their name on there, gone.
Yeah, done.
Okay. All right. Well, great advice. Keep the fan mail coming in. Gina, we're going to send you, can't really help you find Herb. You're going to get a bazooka gum. Thank you.
That's that Florida stuff. That's the Florida stuff.
Got to get the Florida stuff. Yep. So great section. Send in your fan mail. We reprocess. We have 3 people in the other room. That's all they do all week. Go through this mail. So
Thanks,
great job,
Gina.
Commish. All right. Brings us to beefs and griefs. Last week, Coach.
Yeah.
Lots with your French fry throwing and everything like that. We got a lot of people interested in our beefs and griefs. Here's what's going on this week in beefs and griefs.
Okay.
On my side, Petro-Canada, we're not bashing Petro-Canada, not at all. My alma mater, they did a great job. They do a great job. It just so happens that I got somebody in Ottawa to take pictures, and I took pictures. Problem is, late 90s, early 2000s, plus. I came out here, 81.9 was the gas back in 1997, 98 or something like that. In Ottawa, right downtown. This sign right here, follow the mouse. Okay.
Yeah.
This is a week and a half ago, $1.18. This is our price now in Calgary, $134.9.
Yeah.
It used to be $39.9. I'm not saying it should be $39.9, but the delta, the difference, they're paying $126.9 downtown Ottawa, and this is just outside downtown, $134.9, consistently more than the nation's capital. Again, I am not bashing Petro-Canada. I'm saying, what is going on? Why are we getting punished when the gas is just down the street here?
Yeah, Bruno. I mean, first of all, let's say thank you to the beauties that updated us, from around Canada, what's going on for sure. We appreciate them. We got a lot of people out there hunting for great information for us. So, we got to give the big shout out to the Rizzos for that information. But you know what? We drill it here. We make it here. We process it here. So stop gouging us on the prices. We love real estate. We know the prices are high in Ontario. We're giving a shout out to your friends, guaranteed. We love what they're doing. It's bullshit. We don't know why we're paying such high prices. And look at our neighbors, BC. I mean, it's over $2 over there. So it's absolute bullshit. I think somebody's trying to bankrupt all of us in Western Canada, because we definitely don't have the juice anymore.
Yeah, it makes no sense. As you said, Coach, we're going to do something about it. But first of all, A.H. Fitzsimmons, they're the ones that got the pictures for us.
Thank you, Matthew.
That's Matthew Rizzo. It's Ottawa Real Estate yesterday, today, and tomorrow. I've known Matthew since he was born. And this is his dad, Frank. I would buy a house from Frank. Look at him. He's got the home shirt. He wears the white.
I mean, Frank looks pretty firm on the price. But, we thank these two beauties. They're sending us the juice. We're pissed off. We're done paying high gas and oil prices when it comes from right underneath our feet. So smarten up, Petro-Canada. Quit being so damn greedy.
Well, and it's not just Petro-Canada, it's Esso and everything. So here we go. I got the bucket from outside, Benny, the smoking bucket,
Okay.
right? And yeah, we're gonna get.
Holy shit.
Yep, we got a
We're
little
done
jerry
Fording
can.
it again?
Yeah, we're gonna pour it again.
Oh,
So
good.
here we go. We're gonna
Here we
pour it.
go.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God,
We're
don't
done.
light a cigarette, Bruno. Don't light a cigarette. Holy shit.
No, hey, listen, we work without a net here, so keep going. It's
Yeah.
gonna pour. So what I need to do though, Coach, you can keep talking about this. I'm just gonna go take it back to the outside and leave it at the smoking area. Just give me a second. You keep going, keep them entertained.
Yeah, that's good that you're pouring out that Petro-Canada expensive, nasty gas. I mean, you produce it here. We all pay our taxes. Why are our gas prices so damn high? Bruno, I hope you got gloves on and everything from carrying that. And please do not light that big cigar that you got in your office. Not yet. Just wait a little bit. Or the fire team's going to be showing up here any second now.
Yeah, you know what, Coach? Hold on a second. I'm getting a call from my security footage.
What's going on?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's play it. Oh no. Oh no.
Holy shit. Holy moly, man. What's going on?
Property management's calling me. Okay, we got to finish off this show pretty quick here. Let's get it going.
Yeah, listen, I mean, we know that we're not the only ones fed up about high gas prices, high food prices, high coffee prices. I mean, we're just getting gouged, but we're tough. Let Eastern Canada know that, us from the West, we tough. We can handle it. You think we're beat up now? We got a lot more beaten up you can do to us because we don't lie down here. We're a full send, and that's what we do. But
Hey,
good one, Bruno.
speaking about beefs, what do we got on your side, Coach? Let's share the screen here.
Listen, I'm getting sick and tired of talking about how AI this and Chat GPT this and Perplexity this. I mean, we've had Google for 30 years. Ask it a question, it'll give you an answer. So if you don't know, I'm going to break it down for you. Chat GPT drinks 500 milliliters for every 25 questions, prompting most AI companies to ask users not to say thank you or goodbye. Cooling data centers, water-intensive electricity generation is required to run these data centers, and also in the manufacturing of all its parts. It's not a game. It's not a toy. Quit pissing about. We're going to have no water to drink. These data centers are going everywhere, and I don't think it's necessary. Leave water for the fish to drink. We don't need another methodology of asking and getting AI to do our damn homework. We can do it ourselves. So that's my number one beef and the grief.
Well, Benny, I was thinking about this, is that because we do this, I mean, I let you do your beats by yourself and I do my beats by myself and we figure it out. But I was thinking this while you're talking about it. It actually, every time you write down a little prompt and say, write a resume for me, or should I date this girl, or should I find the guy called Herb or whatever, put it in Chat GPT, it costs you money. Like you said, when the data center costs us $1.34.9 gas or whatever they fuel these stupid things, heat and cooling, just send a fan mail. We'll figure out the same problem for you. The commish is first generation AI. Send it to the commish. We'll figure it out.
Bruno, they're not paying taxes. They're building these giant monstrosities, to help kids in 7th grade do homework and to help old people figure out answers because they're too lazy to go down the Google search. Smarten up, cut it off, slow it down, leave some water for the rest of us.
That's great. Okay, another beefs and griefs. If you guys want us to cover something, let us know. We do have to go out and see if that girl blew up. Who was that anyways? Not Britney Spears? No, that's not Britney. She was crying in the other segment. Anyways, we'll figure it out. Great segment. Thanks, Commish.
Listen, I got one more.
Yeah.
There's never a grief with me unless it comes with another grief. So get that straight. It's a full send. I'm full sending it today. There's no doubt about it. My second beef and grief is I've been watching a lot of college football. Some of the scores are blown out. college basketball, college baseball. I'm kind of getting sick of American sport coaches that don't play second, third, and fourth string players when the score is either 40-0 or 0-40. Smarten up. Your players are working on and off the field. Their families are sacrificing. The protein's going out the window. I mean, that's all bullshit. So smarten up, coaches. When it's 40-0 or 0-40, every player deserves a couple reps. And that's my message to coaches in the university and college level. You heard it here. If you don't know, now you know.
Great job. All right, which brings us to everybody is texting us and saying, I think the commish is here, commish is everywhere. We are going to disclose where you are today. So if you want to guess where he's going to be next week, then you have to put it in the comments right now. And again, the winner gets another Bazooka bubblegum, maybe some solder. I mean, we got some solder here we can give out. And here we go. Goobertown, Arkansas. Coach, a little bit of a drive from where you were last year in Eyebrow, Saskatchewan last week.
Yeah, you know,
what's Goobertown known for?
You know what? It's an interesting place. I just pulled over to get a coffee and bacon and eggs. You know, I mean, Goobertown, Arkansas is, you know, famous for peanut cultivation. That's what I know. But it also has a damn good white toast, bacon and eggs, scrambled eggs. And that's why I pulled off into Goobertown for.
Benny, you know what? You're the commish of this league, the boss of this show, master of disaster. You might become the mayor of Goobertown.
You know what? I don't think I could stay here very long, but you know, Bruno, when you said go find the most interesting places around the world to film, I'm telling you, I'm putting in the work. I'm putting in the sweat equity, brother.
And if you guys think I know where the commission is going to be next week, you're in for a big surprise. I have no idea moment to moment where the commission is, but
it's going to be cold. There's a little hint.
It's going to get colder?
It's going to get real cold.
All right. Well, it's sad, but it's true. It brings us to our last goodbyes. Commish, great episode. We had Alex, we had Miranda, we had Brittany. The call you got, you know, I'm not sure if we're going to get into Doge or not Doge, but you know, we had a lot of guests, we had a lot of comments. Great show.
Bruno, we're not buying shit cryptocurrency from Elon. You know, I'd like to say thank you for taking time out of your day to give us some reps, watch our videos. We're trying to bring it. You know, I just wanted to give a last minute shout out and a happy birthday to Bruce Springsteen, Ray Charles, and Kublai Khan, Emperor of Mongolia. A big shout out. Happy birthday today to you. I can't leave you out of the show because we're full sending it. We talked about gambling. We talked about Ferb. We talked about liquor. We did Miranda, Alex. It was a great show. Let's go. Thank you very much for watching. We love you. See you next week.
Look out!